It should be no surprise that I didn't like this movie. I don't think Rob Zombie fits the whole fucking Halloween thing, and I'm not even a big fan of the Halloween series. I've watched the first three, two of the new ones, and that was it. Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. So I'm not the huge Halloween fan. I wasn't even a big fan of the original. There's a lot of things I didn't like about that. But, you know, I'm always someone that wants to watch the popular horror genre like Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees whenever it's available on a streaming service. And this was available. So I watched it. I actually planned to release it on Halloween because I thought it was October 30th. But when I watched this movie, it was the 31st late at night, and I was going to record the review when I woke up. And today's November, so that kind of sucks. Anyways, let's talk about the actual movie now. It's a typical Rob Zombie movie. I've only watched a few of his here and there. Like Devil's Rejects is one of the more mean-spirited movies that I do think was decent. But that is like his type of genre, making a mean-spirited movie. So our first introduction of the characters is this stepdad that flirts with his kind of technically daughter. Says the F slur, makes a transphobic joke when Michael enters the room. He says, oh, he's a queer. He's going to grow up to cut his dick and balls off and call himself Michelle. Yeah, man, I'm loving this movie so far. Then he goes to school, he gets bullied by this kid and his friend, and the kid that mainly bullies him is the kid from Spy Kids. And he gets killed later. But the other friend that was bullying him too straight up calls him a slur too. He calls him the F slur, but we never see him again after this scene. He just gets revenge on the one dude for, making fun of him because I think his mom is like a porn star or something. His sister is also a bit of a dick. The only person that wasn't rude to him also dies. Actually, two of them. There is this boyfriend character that seemed pretty nice. He just sorry squirt. That was like his only line directed towards him. Because his sister won't take him trick-or-treating because she wants to fuck her boyfriend instead. So he's like, sorry squirt. Because, obviously he doesn't want to lose the chance to have sex. But that's it. So, you know what? He gets a bat to his head multiple times in the kitchen. I mean, he's a serial killer, but come on, man. This is when he's a kid. They try and make him more sympathetic in this movie for some reason. Like, oh, this is the reason he became the killer, because people were always mean to him. Like, okay, that doesn't... Okay. Whatever. Danny Trejo's in this movie, he gets, killed. And it's only after, repeatedly saying, I was good to you, Mikey. Even though we only saw, like, 2 scenes of him together. One of them was, like, him saying that his mind can, help him or whatever. Nobody can stop you in your mind because, he's in a locked room with walls. And he's like, hey, there's no walls in your mind. Do whatever you want in there. And then a later scene where this dude keeps touching Michael's stuff and he's like, don't fuck with his shit, man. And that's it. And that scene right there was like 20 years later. Maybe he was good to him. Sure, he wasn't calling him slurs like every other character, but I don't know. I don't think there's a really reason to feel too bad for Trejo's character in this movie. We saw 2 scenes of him being nice, and that was it, and now he's dead. And Laurie Strode, I wasn't the biggest fan of in this movie. She doesn't really act like the character from the original, even though obviously she's supposed to be the same character. Though, since I'm watching this movie after watching Halloween Ends, I do think she acts a little bit like her. Because in Halloween Ends, she has that line where she screams about her tits or something. I don't remember the exact line. So, kinda like her. At the same time, not really. And she also says the R slur in this movie. And this is the character, we're supposed to like. They talk about the character from the original that she has a crush on. And she refers to him as the R slur. Yeah, not a big fan of this movie. There were some good kills. Michael was decent at times. He did embody Michael Myers at times. Also, the older Michael that we see for like 2 or 3 scenes that goes on the big killing spree in the hospital that kills Danny Trejo is the same dude that plays Sabretooth in the first X-Men movie. So, that's pretty cool. I actually really liked Sabretooth in that movie, like design-wise, but besides that, not really. I do think he probably could have played a good Sabretooth. And eventually Michael gets shot like 3 times, and then that keeps him down for a bit. And then they do like the most plot shit ever. Like, Michael knocks Mr. Loomis out, and, well, he drags him to the place where Laurie's hiding. For some reason. Why? He just does it. You know why? Because he's a cop, so he has a gun. So now he has something to defend himself with. I really don't get why he drug him there besides plot purposes. Overall, I wasn't a huge fan of this movie, but it definitely wasn't the worst movie I've ever seen. And yeah, that's about it.